Hello, excuse me, no voice. Hello, welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. It's Sunday, so it is time for my live. I'm going to give you a few seconds to get on. Hello, are we here? Yes, we are. Hi, Jean. Hi, Karen. Hi, Debbie. I'm going to scroll back. Hi, Elsa. Hi, Donna. I had to look for my host code, and I'm thinking this is the right one. Hello, Barbara. Hi, Marie. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Diane. Welcome to Sunday night's Stampin' All Day with Bev. Hi, Carol. Here is my current host code for the month of February. And you can shop with me at beverleestamps.stampinup.net. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Betty. And I also have a YouTube channel where you can send your friends to if they don't have Facebook. And they can watch me on YouTube. And it's just, my channel's name is just my name with Stampin' Up attached to it. Please email me at mofun44@icloud.com if you have any questions, concerns, want to talk to me about anything whatsoever. Now we're going to get started with today's project. I'm real excited to share with you this stamp set. It is on page 30 of the current mini catalog. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Vicki. How are you, Vicki? It is called Cake Fancy. When the new catalog came out, hi, Florence, and I saw this cake, I remember telling a few of my customers and friends, I really, really want this set. I recently got it, and so now I'm going to start sharing this set with you. Now, there are no coordinating dies with this set, so it's just the stamp set, but it's absolutely adorable. Hi, Michelle. I think I think they named it very appropriately. I love fancy. The word fancy, I think it's a very, very fancy set. It can be made to look fancy, or it can be made to be youthful. It can be made beautifully. I just love it a lot. So I'm going to share that with you. Here is the stamp set itself. Let me raise this up a little bit. I think I'm a little too close. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. Cake Fancy, the item number is 162932. If you would like to get this set after you watch me live, I hope you do. It's a fun, darling set. Now it's February, so we have more things that are available for you to earn free with a celebration qualifying order. We all know that if we spend $50 retail before shipping, handling, and tax, that we qualify for one free item from the celebration catalog or from this new little flyer. Now, the catalog looks like this, just in case you don't have it, but you can see it online. You can select any item from here. Here is a $50 purchase free item. And then here is a $100 purchase free item. So just look in the circle to see what you need to qualify to earn any of these items here. Hey, Lynn. Also, they just added February 1st a few items that are already in the catalogs. But if you do choose these items for a free item, you need to use the code that this flyer has. So they know that that's a free celebration set for you. Okay, if you need this flyer, email me and I will get it to you. What am I using with this Cake Fancy set? I am using the Designer Series paper on page 61. Look at this DSP here on page 61. They coordinated it with Poetic Expressions, this beautiful stamp set and dies here, but I thought I would use it with the Cake Fancy. Let me show you why. First, I'm going to give you the code. Poetic Expressions, Designer Series paper. Hi, Bev. Hi, Joan. Item number 162814. Okay. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. So I thought with Cake Fancy, we should probably team these two items together and see what we get. Hi, Annie. So there is the back side to these two sheets here. Aren't they pretty? Get them really close so you can see them really well. Hi, Bras. Then we have these two patterns. Hello, Lori. Look at these patterns here. They're gorgeous. Then we have these. I love this one. Love, love, love that one. I think it's so dainty. I love boho blue. I am not a blue person normally, per se, but I love boho blue. Boho blue has turned me around. I'm really liking it a lot. In fact, that's the color I'm going to use tonight on this project. Look how pretty these are. On the back of the DSP packages, it tells you what colors are in the paper, so you don't have to guess. Look how pretty. And you can just get those stamp pads out that coordinate with the colors they mention, and away you go, coordinating very well. Let's see what it says. It says that we've got boho blue, bubble bath, Lost Lagoon, Moody Mauve, Mossy Meadow, and Wild Wheat. So nice combination there. I also am going to use the new, or not new, they're in the annual catalog, the In Color Dots, item number 161620, just to fancy it up a little bit. And I'm going to marry this set with the Online Exclusives Radiating Stitch dies. Here they are. They're adorable. I love the heart especially, and Valentine's Day is coming up, so you could use it for that occasion as well. But tonight I'm going to be using the largest frame in these dies. Okay. Since everybody has been purchasing the Lifetime of Love dies, and I have a class coming up using these dies, here is their number if you don't already have them. I wanted to share with you more items, or how you could marry this die set up with this stamp set as well. So pretty. So the one I'm using tonight, I already have it in my plate, is this one again. But it comes in this set. Okay. Cardstock is boho blue to coordinate with the DSP. Some white cardstock to stamp on. And now I'm not going to tease you anymore. You've been very patient. I'm going to show you the card. Tell me what you think about this card. I absolutely love this cake. I love a cake with fruit on top. I love a dollop of whipped cream, or, oh, look at all those hearts. I'm so glad you love it. In this case, a meringue dollop is what I'm envisioning on this card. And when I make cakes, I love to go out into my garden and pick a little flower or two and some leaves and set that right on top. I'm so glad you guys are loving this. And it's a really, really simple card. I do too, Florence. I love this Designer Series paper. Okay, let's get started with this card. starting out with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of boho blue cardstock. Hello, Roseanne. And I am going to just fold this in half, corner to corner, and pressing down with my finger. Did I hear simple? I think it's simple, Diane. I hope you do too. And the reason I think it's simple is because the cutting is minimal and the stamps do all the work. Is, you know, they're bold stamps, and so you get color on them and they do all the work for you. So there is our card base. Here is a piece of the designer series paper I just shared with you, and I chose to use the white and boho blue. Let me show you the card again. And look how it just fancies it up, just like the name says, using this die from the Lifetime of Love. So if you already have this set, that's what I'm trying to show you, is how you can use it. I already showed you on the thank you cards how you can use this one die by cutting it in half, but we can just use it over and over and over again, right? All right, let's get my cut and emboss machine over here so I can cut this out. Here we are. I think I'm still a little too low. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put my paper on platform number 3, the clear acrylic. I'm going to take my largest die from the radiating dies, the largest frame, lay that on top, back this out so I can make sure I get the second number 3 acrylic right on top, and then crank it through. Hi, Marcia. Now I'm going to talk right now, as soon as this comes through, about the, hi Andrea, about this die for a second. But I'm going to bring my machine back because I need to use a folder as well in a minute. Okay. So when I punch this out, because it has the stitching, the radiating stitching all the way around, I'm careful to punch this out. And if you can see, probably really can't see too well on the DSP, so I'll show you a piece of cardstock. The radiating stitching all the way around. I really like the slits it makes all the way around this designer series paper. It fancies up the card. In person, you can see that stitching right here. Now notice the edges here of my vines. They do go over the card a little bit, here and here. I left it that way because I wanted to show you how we can resolve that problem, okay? So the radiating stitch dies with the slits will work for us to do that. Okay, I'm going to take this die a second time, put it on white cardstock and run it through just like I did the first one. I did that in advance just so you didn't have to watch me do it 2 times in a row. And then I'm going to go to my paper trimmer. I'm going to set this one aside for a second. See how pretty it looks already? And I'm going to take my paper trimmer. Okay. So because the dies make the stitching on the die makes a frame, I think it's really easy to put your frame or your cutout piece onto your trimmer. The cut line is this gray part right here. This slit right here is the cutting area. So I'm going to put my line that's on the side of the dark blade right where the stitching ends, right here, and I'm going to push up and I'm going to stop where the stitching starts. Okay, what I'm doing is cutting out the middle. I could go just a hair more on that one. Okay, then I'm going to turn it around. Again, the end of the stitching is in the track of the cut line. The side of my blade, I moved it a minute, let me pull it back, is lined up with my first cut. And then I'm going to go down until I get right up to that stitching again, and turn and do the same thing all four sides. You could use your scissors if you're not comfortable doing this, but once you do get comfortable doing this, you'll do it all the time. It's fast and it's fun and it's accurate, so you can have your radiating dies be a solid die like it is like this, or you can have it as a picture frame like this. Now, if you don't get it all the way on the edges, it's just going to take a little tiny pull, maybe a little tiny snip with your snips. I don't want to tear it, so I'm going to choose to take my snips and come right up to here and snip that. And then the other ones that I didn't get all the way to the end, and snip those. What I'm going to use is this white piece here. Okay, it's attached on the side, so I'm just going to snip that. Okay, now you have a frame that you can use on another card, just like this, if you choose. Okay, but tonight we're using this. Let me take, hi Patty, let me take my white piece, and I forgot to mention the folder at the beginning. We're using the Time Warp type folder. Everybody want to say happy birthday to Patty? Patty had a birthday this weekend. Happy birthday, Patty. Looks like you had a great time. I'm going to put this piece into my folder using the black line as my lineup to get everything straight. And then I'm going to close my folder and bring over my machine. I have platform number 1, my folder with the spine going into the machine first, and then platform number 4, and crank it through. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Happy birthday, Patty. She had a great time. Okay. Let's take this out. And Time Warp just has a beautiful, beautiful antique look to it, just like the name says. Okay, so now I can line this up right onto the DSP. And of course it fits perfectly because it's what I cut out of the white frame. We're going to take our liquid glue. I think I'm not going to take my liquid glue. I think I'm going to put dimensionals on this one. I put dimensionals on the other one. So let's put dimensionals on this one as well. Looks like I'm getting low on dimensionals here. I got to get in my pack, in my stash, and pull out a new pack. This one looks like, because it's so small, this pack of dimensionals looks like it came from one of my paper pumpkins. That's one of the reasons I love paper pumpkins so much, is because it always comes with dimensionals and I use them up. Okay, so if you noticed when I was trying to pull off the paper backing, I was struggling a little bit, so I pinched in, even though I don't have any nails, I pinched in the middle of the dimensional and it pops up an edge, and then you can pull them very, very easily. Okay. Oh, I have some more news for you guys. Let me see, that's upside down. Yeah. I got another new recruit. Yeah, Another. Hi, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I got another new recruit. Her name is Rose. She is a sweetie pie. I've known her for many, many years. She came to open house on Thursday. I got this a little crooked because I was looking up to see who was saying whatever they were saying. I was looking up at the comments, and I put it down a little crooked, so I'm going to take it back off. I don't want it to be crooked. Yes, she came to open house on Thursday, and on Friday, she signed up to be on my team. So that makes 4 new team members now during celebration. Okay, so Beth, pay attention to what you're doing. Line it up with my grid paper and line it up in the frame. There we go. Thank you. All right, so now I talked about the cake being so easy to stamp because it's a bold image. Okay, so here is boho blue ink and the tray, the cake tray. Now, I really love this cake tray for two reasons. Scalloped edge, very dainty, right? And look at the two-tone. I'm going to hold it really close. Look at the two-tone in it. And also in the lemon cake. And I just love that. Okay, so I'm going to tap, tap, tap. And I'm just going to stamp this down. It's okay, Marcia. You watch the replay, and I hope you enjoy it. Hold my paper and lift. See that two-tone? And look how dark it is right now. But it lightens up when it dries. Okay. Then I'm gonna leave this boho blue open because I'm gonna use it again, but I'm gonna set it aside and I'm gonna go to my lemon lolly color. And I'm gonna take the rectangle piece of cake that comes in the stamp set. And in person you can see that there's more solid here at the bottom, and then the top is a lighter image. So I'm going to stamp this more solid image on the cake plate, and it's photopolymer, so you can see through your stamps. I've got to lean over the camera and stamp that down and get it on my cake plate. Okay. All right, so next, I want to put, there's a cute, cute, cute little bow in the stamp set, a ribbon and bow, and I want to add that right between the cake and the cake plate. Just like that. So cute. Okay. Close up my lemon lolly, and then there is a little stamp of the berries. I chose to use Berry Burst for the berries. This is my kind of cake, ladies. Love it. Ink that up and stamp it on the edge of the lemon cake. Look how pretty those colors look together. Ink it up again. And do the same. Perfect. And now I'm going to take the meringue, is what I'm calling it for this cake, and pecan pie. Oh, Karen, you froze. Might be all those storms that we're having. I don't know. Anybody else freezing? For the meringue, I'm going to stamp off. I want it to be light, like the oven just barely baked the meringue just a tad, like on a lemon meringue pie where the meringue is just a little bit brown on the edges. And stamp that right in the middle of the cake. And as I mentioned to you, when I bake a cake, I love to bake, by the way. I'm a baker. When I bake a cake, I like to fancy it up by going outside and looking for some flowers that are in bloom in my yard. So I've got this little tiny, that's in the set, little tiny blossom, and I pick them and wash them off, and then I set them on my cake. So there's 2 little blossoms right there. And then the set comes with, now I'm done with the boho blue, with the granny apple green for the leaves. Bright colors. Debbie is saying, me too. Flowers look like orchids. Flowers look like orchids. I'm going to have to, I'm not sure what that, it'll dawn on me in a minute probably. So here's the little leaves. Stamping them on both sides of the little flower blossoms. And then we have our darling cake. Now I'm not worried about that little smear I just made because this set, remember at the beginning I said this set does not have dies. So I'm going to cut this out. So I'm not going to cut this whole thing out for you because I know you know how to do that, most of you, but I am going to say that if you move your paper, and not the scissors only open and close, open and close. And if you move your paper, you're going to be able to cut this out. This is the area I'm going to concentrate on because that's where the little smear was. See how that's gone? And you'll be able to cut into these little leaves very easily by just moving the paper. And I also take off a lot of the excess paper so I don't have to work with that. Okay, so you can see how I got so close to all of that really easy. But I cut it out in advance for you so you didn't have to watch me do the whole thing. And I'm going to bring this cake over and set it right onto the white cardstock that's been embossed with the time-worn folder. Isn't that cute, you guys? I just love that. Okay, so more dimensionals. Let me finish up these packs here that I've got. Right here on my desk, I have some, every pack I have here on my desk right now is at their end. I think I picked them up off my make and take table probably is what I did. And so I need to get some new packs out here, but it's good to use these guys up, right? Okay, so we're going to pull this paper off. So this morning, our power went out for about 3 hours. We had no power whatsoever. It was pretty boring. I was like, oh man, what am I going to do today? I can't come out in my stamp room because it's so dark without the lights, and I can't watch television, and I can't cook. Made my bed, cleaned a little bit, you know, that kind of thing, but that was about it. It was so funny, but it finally came back on. I was worried about my mom, though, because when she wakes up, she gets scared if things are different, but she handled it very well, and so we were good. Okay, I'm going to go back to my blue, boho blue. Boho blue, where are you? Here you are. And I'm going to take the little stamps that are also in the set. So all the stamps I'm using today are in the set. It says, time for cake. I'm going to tap lightly. These are small stamps. And stamp it over to my left a little bit. And then cake is bigger font. And then I'm going to take my snips again, and I'm going to cut up the middle, and then I'm going to angle cut up to the first slit to make my banner. Okay, and then we're just going to put this down with liquid glue. Elk Grove is out right now. Yeah, they were. Hi, Charlene. They were saying that There's quite a few people here in California that don't have any power. Well, our turn was this morning, but it wasn't all of my town. It was just some of us. Okay. Then this is where our gems come in. And I'm going to use this raspberry color that matches the fruit on my cake. And I think I'll use the smaller ones. And I'm just going to put one there. One there. And then just to get to my 3, my odd numbers, I'm going to put one on the cake right like that. Okay. Now, before I put this down, remember I said that the radiating dies makes slits. So I thought because this goes over the card, well, how could I fix that? So I'm going to I cut this out in advance, and this is what it looks like when you first cut it out. And I'm going to cut it in half, just like I've shown you last time. On my thank you cards, it also makes, if you guys will get your thank you cards soon if you haven't already, makes a heart if you put them like this. But here I have them in the corners, and I could do this, but I don't quite like that as much as this. So I'm going to see if I can put this in a slit and how that will work. Let's see. We're doing this together to see if this is a solution. It is. I thought it would be. Yippee. Now it will not go off my card, and it's going to be right in the place it needs to be. So those slits are a working slit now. I'm going to tape those down just because I don't want them to come off. I could glue them or whatever, but I'm just going to use Scotch tape right now just so they don't come out. I don't think they would, but just to be sure. Okay. Okay, now this one. And I'm not even counting the slits or measuring or anything like that, because you can pull them back out if it doesn't work. Slip that in the slit, bring it around, wherever the tail lands, find another slit, and pull that in. Oh, I love how that works together. Okay, so I think I like the bottom one better than the top one. So I shouldn't have taped it. Don't tape it. That's lesson learned. Don't tape it until you're positive. I like the way this does this. Do you guys agree? So I'm going to make this one do that as well. Find a slit and just put this in there. Okay. Yes, now I like it. Oh, I think that's so pretty, you guys. Another piece of Scotch tape. And you just need a little piece, and then I cut it in half and tape that down. Yes, I do too. I do too, Jean. Okay, so look at that. Okay, so now we can just glue this down. We've got dimension behind the cake. We've got dimension behind the white piece. So I think we can just safely glue this down and not have too thick of a card for postage sake. Okay. Yes, you're glad I moved the top one too. I agree, Lori. Yep, you gotta kind of look at things and make some decisions. So here's the difference. This one goes off the card a little bit, and that will interfere with the envelope. So I'm going to pull those out and fix them by using the slit, and they just disappear right in those slits. You can't even tell. So let's get a piece of layer size 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. I did not decorate the inside of this card, so let me see what we've got here. Here is Time for Cake. Enjoy. And then there's more flowers. Look at these flowers. I didn't take those out. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Where is enjoy? Did I take that one out already? Must have. Cake. Oh, it's right here. Okay. That block's too big. So I'm going to just set that down. Enjoy. Tap, tap, tap on my boho blue. Straighten my card up on the grid lines of the grid paper. Enjoy. And then let's just put that stamp back and grab some flowers real quick. Let's see what this looks like. Let's put that one there. And there's one more, I think. Yeah, there's one more. So let's get all 3 of them on here. And we're going to open up the Berry Burst. Tap, tap, tap. Stamp. Then I will take the Lemon Lolly, just so we're matching the outside of the card. That one was too light. I don't care for that one. Let's see if I can stamp over it. There we go. Okay, and then this little one, let's do this in the blue. So I'm purposely putting the blue farther away from the Enjoy. Okay. And then we can go to the green. There should be leaves in here, I would think. There is. Right here. Tap, tap, tap. So cute. And just throw some leaves on there. I'm going to put these up here. And then I'm going to put this one right here. Okay. So I used a lot of the stamps in this set tonight. This is the one that's got the vines on there correctly, the way I like them. So eat cake, enjoy. Cute, cute. Looks yummy, doesn't it? It looks so delicious. Like I said, I love any cake that has fruit on it anyway. Fruit on it, fruit in it. I love fruit. Okay, I'm going to close that. I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to rub, just so I don't get the inside of my card blemished with anything that may be on my hands. And there we have it. Now, I know what I forgot to do at the very beginning. I forgot. Well, today I didn't have time, and I apologize, to pick a winner. So we're going to have to play the Me, Me, Me game again. And I'm not going to do that this often, but I just didn't have the time today to pick a winner. So when I say go, let me write down a number. Let's see. Okay, I wrote it down. All right, let's start saying me, 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 if you want to win the card from last week. Okay, go. Hi, Sue. I don't see anybody yet, but my camera sometimes delays. There's Jean. She's number 1. 2, Debbie Pine. Stephanie Hall, 3. Karen Kirshner, 4. Jean, 5. Julia, 6. Shar, 7. Irene, 8. Karen, 9. Diane, 10. Debbie Montero, 11. Debbie Pine, 12. That is the winning number, Debbie Pine, number 12. And again, I'll repeat that. That's the numbers in the order I see them. So I notice in the replay when I look back, there might be more or less people, but this is how they come up on my camera. So Debbie Pine, this is for you. Congratulations. It has the cute little butterfly on the inside. Remember that from last week? Okay. Thank you. And those of you that live in town, I'm going to drop off your class card kits in the mail tomorrow. They're all ready for you. The ones that live out of town, they've been mailed already, so you should be getting them tomorrow or the next day. And I will see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.